Let me guess, you want to make a Roblox game icon that actually gets clicks. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to design a clickable icon just like the zombie clicker one. And the best part is you can do it all for free. Alright, so the very first thing you want to do is go to photopea.com, or you could even use another program. It kind of translates over to like Photoshop and stuff like that. But I'm going to be using Photopea for this tutorial. It is completely free, and the first thing you want to do is go to new project. For the size, let's go with 1000 by 1000. And don't forget to name your project too. Once you're done, click create. Now you should be welcomed with a plain white canvas that you can begin to work on. The first thing I'm going to do is get my text tool on the left side of my screen and click anywhere on the canvas. Go up here and center align it. I highly recommend doing this every time you type text. For the font, I'm going with Baloo. It's a nice, playful, thick, bubbly kind of font, and that's why I'm going with it. Now go ahead and type in whatever you want. I'm going to type in zombie and hit Ctrl-Alt-T and scale it up. Just grab one of the boxes and pull on it. I'm going to go with about this size. Now hit that check mark again and hit Ctrl-J to duplicate your text, and just grab your move tool again and just move it down. Now double click on it and change it to whatever you want. I'm going to go with clicker. Click that check mark. Now let's go ahead and add some color to our text. So double click on your text. I'm going to click on zombie, go to gradient overlay, go into the gradient box, and then you can double click on the bottom left box and change it to whatever color you want. I'm going to go with a dark green. And this box over here will be a light green. Like this. It's a nice gradient green. Click OK. Click OK. Now let's go to 3D and check that box. Change the angle to -90 so that it's right below the text. Adjust the shrink quite a bit. And distance, it's all up to you what you want to do. I'm going to go with about 23 shrink and 21 distance. I'm actually going to go with about 28 distance. Once you're done, change the color first. I almost forgot. Change it to a darker color than the bottom of your gradient, if that makes any sense. So it's like a dark green. I'm going to make it even darker, like this. Now click OK and click OK. Now let's go ahead and move that text up a little bit. Now let's go into Clicker and do the exact same thing, but this time we're going to choose red. So let's go ahead and change everything to red. Same thing as before. 3D. And change the color to red. There we go. Now we have our text. And it's already looking pretty cool if you ask me. Next, let's go ahead and combine our text. So hold Control and click on both of your text layers. Right click and convert it to a smart object. Now it should be all one layer. So when you move it around, it's just one layer. And everything you do in the layer style menu will affect both of the text. So go ahead and double click on your text and go to stroke. Go into the menu and adjust the size so that it fills up all of the gaps. So there's no like open gaps like right here and here. Fill it up and you're good. Keep the color black as well. Once you're done, click OK. Next, go ahead and grab your pen tool on the left side of your screen or press P on your keyboard. Make sure the top box is black and make sure this is set to shape. Now click on the bottom left of your text and then go to the top right and click again. Doesn't have to be perfect. Connect back to the start. Right click on it and clipping mask it. Now just turn the opacity down to like 10 to 15. And you'll see it adds a nice little line through it, like a shadow almost. So now we can just hold Control, click both of them, convert it to a smart object, and now it's one whole layer. So next up, we need to put some blood below our text. So online, I found this cartoon style blood. If you guys want any of the files used in this video, go down in the description and there will be a download button for them. Or you can find it online. I found it right here. I'm going to copy it and hit Control V to paste it in my project. So now I'm just going to hit Control Alt and T and scale it up so that it fits with the text, maybe even rotate it a little bit. There we go. Click that check mark. Now create a new layer down here at the bottom right. Go to your brush tool. If you hold Alt and right click at the same time and drag your mouse right, it'll make it bigger. Left will make it smaller, up will make it softer, down will make it harder. Go ahead and make it pretty soft and pretty small. Right click on that layer that you just made and clipping mask it. This way it'll only apply to the blood layer. Now go ahead and draw around the contour of the text on the top part of the blood. Like this. and then turn the opacity down to about 40. Now let's go ahead and get a graveyard to put on top of the text. I found this one online. Again, it'll be in the description. If you struggle to find high quality effects, go to my website. This is the link to it. It'll be in the description, and go to shop. Here is a bunch of free effects that you guys can use in all of your designs. So I'm going to use this picture of the graveyard right here. So I'm going to copy that, hit Control V to paste it, and you'll see that it's actually a fake transparent background, and I despise those. So how do we fix this? Go up to select, remove BG, and it will get rid of the background. But you'll see there's a little white outline around it. So we're going to go up to filter, other, minimum, and adjust it to where it just gets rid of that white line. So about 2.9. Now click OK. And let's go ahead and hit Control Alt T and put it above our text. Let's put it right here. Click that check mark, and let's go ahead and grab our zoom tool and zoom in a little bit. Now you'll see it added another layer right next to it, and that's the raster mask. So if you grab your brush tool and your color is black, it'll actually get rid of it. Now, if you switch it to white, it'll actually add it. So let's go ahead and remove some of it around the text. Now you'll see there's a gap below it, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to the bottom right and make a new layer, drag it below those two layers, or that layer, I should say. Make sure it's black and just draw with your brush tool. And actually put it on the bottom of everything. So that way it fills all the gaps and it looks good. Now I got to this point and I was like, it feels kind of lacking. Like it feels pretty heavy on the left and there's nothing on the right. So I figured it would be really cool if I added a zombie hand coming out of the grave. So I found this one online. It's a great cartoon one. I'm just going to copy it, bring it into Photopea, and paste it. Now it's giant. So I'm going to have to zoom all the way out, hit Control Alt T, and shrink it. Now I can zoom back in. So let's go ahead and drag that to the top. So it's on top of every other layer. Let's hit Control Alt T, scale it down. And I also want the hand looking right. So right click on it and flip it horizontally. Now we can just move it, rotate it a bit, and put it where we want it. Once it's where you want, click that check mark. So you can see this is already looking really awesome and it's so easy to do. Now let's go ahead and get a background. Online, I found this cool graveyard picture. I'm just going to use this one. So right click on it, copy it, and hit Control V to paste it. I'm going to hit Control Alt T and center it. But you can see everything else is hidden. That's because it's on top of everything. So let's go ahead and move it to the bottom. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm teaching you bad habits. You should be labeling all of these so you know what's going on. I'm telling you, I suck at it. Please be better. So click on your background layer, go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. We're going to add a nice little blur there so that the text stands out a little bit more. Now let's go ahead and combine all of these layers. So you can either hold Shift, click the top one and then the bottom one, or you could hold Control and click on all of the layers individually, right click, and convert it to a smart object. So now it's all one layer. The next thing we're going to do is add some light spots onto this logo. So go ahead and create another layer, go to your brush tool, make sure this top box is white and your brush is like soft and about this big, and change the blend mode to overlay. Now just click at random points of your logo, doesn't matter where, and it'll make it look pretty awesome. I almost forgot, let's also add a drop shadow now that we made this all one layer. So double click on that layer and go to drop shadow. Change the angle to 90 degrees, adjust the spread and size, and adjust the opacity to whatever you want. These are my settings and I'm going to click OK. Let's go ahead and add some curves. So go down here to the bottom right, do adjustment layer menu, and go to curves. All you want to do is just drag left, well, drag down and to the left on this line. So it looks like this and it looks really cool. And now we are all done. So let's go ahead and export it. Go up to File, Export as, JPEG. Now go ahead and click Save and you are done.